there YouTube, this is Harrogate Bantam with the second of my video reviews, and today I'm going to be doing the Transformers Generation 1 Reissue Seacons. Yep, that's my cat Bonnie. Piss off out the shop, cat. And I just wanted to get a quick video of him before I took him out of the box, because he's in these god-awful packages where they're tied together, as opposed to in a plastic tray with a plastic cover. It's a nice looking box, but to me it'd be much better if it was an original G1 style box with the individual figures. But anyway, we'll look at it in more detail once I've got him out the box and we can have a closer look. Right, thank you. So just a quick look at the box. Now, I couldn't get all of it in shot with the camera still, so you'll have to bear with me having the camera in my hand. As you can see, the front of the box, we've got limited edition Seacons. It's part of the G1 commemorative, which Hasbro always call the G1 reissues. We've got the Piranacon collector's card, obviously Decepticon Piranacon, and the sticker saying that it is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. However, I didn't get it from Big Bad Toy Store, I actually got it from Toyzandgamez from the UK. So on the right hand side of the box you've got this really good image of Piranacon, which if they'd done an original Generation 1 style box, which would have been much better, that's what I think would have been on the front. And then if we just turn it around at the back, you've got the sort of picture of the toy of Piranacon with the individual figures, bit of a tech spec bio and a motto. Very similar to the up-to-date Transformers boxes, such as the Revenge of the Fallen line. And then on the left-hand side here, we have individual images of the Seacons in their various modes. And that's all there is to say about the box, really. Now, the Seacons are a Scramble City combiner, the same as the Stunticons, or the Combaticons, or the Aerial Bots, meaning that these four smaller figures can actually make up the limbs in any order of the bigger combined figure. Now, the difference is that with the Seacons, they appeared in 1988 when the Headmasters and the Power Masters and the Target Masters were the main toy line. Now, because they were part of the Target Master era, the Seacons have 5 smaller robots, because you have the 4 that can make up any limbs, and then you also had one of the smaller robots forming the gun of Piranacon. Now, just for completeness, here I'm showing the sort of third mode of if you like, of the smaller robots, whereby you have their Target Master weapons. So at the front here, you've got Overbite and Tentakill. If I just move them out of the way, you have Seawing, Scalar and Nautilator also in their Target Master modes. Now, apart from whichever one I choose for Piranacon, that's as much as I'm going to go into with them, because I think it's pretty poor mode actually. But we'll leave that for now, and I'm going to go on to the individual figures themselves. So, first off in the Seacons lineup, we have Decepticon Tentakill, and here's his collector's card that you get, with tech specs and what have you. Quite nice. He is a squid monster, as you may be able to tell. He's got these pink tentacles and blue legs and what have you. Now, this is his attack mode, because I've got his guns attached to the side of his head. Not the scariest colour scheme, sort of like I say, blue and pink. And you can actually see his robot head. Looks like he's giving birth to himself on the back. But all in all, he's quite a good figure. He's quite solid. Some of the plastic on these reissue figures, and indeed on modern Transformers, doesn't feel as good as it did, or as good as it does on some of the older figures. But he feels really solid, and he's quite heavy for a smaller figure. So to transform him to robot mode, remove his guns, like so, and then what I want to do is take this top section here and fold that around, and that's going to become his legs, and then this whole section of his legs and his tentacles folds down the back, and you can just push his tentacles back, fold his arms up, his gun's going in his hands now. They are quite tight initially, but if you sort of force them in the first time, it seems to break off the burr that's there. So we'll pop him to one side. Next off is Overbite, who is a shark monster. Now, one of the complaints has been that he is not the same colours as his original G1 self, i.e. that he's all pink and so this, I don't know what colour you call it, sort of a greeny blue, and not purple. But actually, probably doesn't get picked up on my camera. There is a difference. His leg's pink, but his body is blue. Purple. So there is a distinct colour distinction there, but it's not easy to see. Like I say, you probably can't pick it up on the camera. Now it does have an attack mode, which is his gun going under there. But unfortunately, because of the age of these moulds, and it has been reissued once before for the Collectors Club, it is a little bit loose and the gun does have a tendency to drop out. So to transform him to robot mode, to do is pull his head section out and fold it down. Now these arms do come off, and they are a little bit loose, but you can just leave them in place. Then fold his tail fin back, and bring this section round and down, and that sits quite square. And what you do is just flip his arms round, like so. Just pull him out, make him a little bit taller. In true G1 Scramble City Combiner style, he's a bit of a pea head. And then you could just give him his gun, and he has the one. Oops, and I did forget, he also comes with a collector's card with bio and tech spec on the back. Move him out of the way. Next off, we have Seawing. I was just taking a bit of a nosedive. Now, the thing about Seawing is, my cousin actually had him as a kid, so it's a bit of childhood reenactment here, because I did play with Seawing as a kid. Unfortunately, he's got a bit of his stickers are peeling off on the back here, and also where his wings go into the side of his head. Just at that side there where the wing comes down. I've already transformed him a couple of times. But he is a manta ray monster, quite mean looking, although he does have the hole in his nose for his target master weapon. And also I've left his head sticking down, it looks like he's hung like a horse. Unfortunate that. He also comes with a collector's card. Again, tech spec bio. Although notably he has a red Decepticon symbol on the front, back bit of colour there from the printing. So to transform him to robot mode, we'll remove his weapons. We'll lift his wings back like so, and then what you want to do is close his mouth, bring his legs up and round, pull him out to try and make him as tall as possible, because he's certainly one of the shorter figures. Flip that up and back and round, and pop this bit down. Like I say, that wouldn't normally be out. That's a bit of an error. But since I've got this far already, I can't be asked refilming that. And then pop his weapons in like so. And they have Seawing in robot mode with the usual combiner P head. It's great. Now we've got another 3 figures to go, but I'm getting up to the end of the part 1. So if you'd like to join me again in part 2, I'll cover off the other 3 members of the Seacons.